What creature has plenty teeth, most active at night and sleeps hanging upside down? 1. Morbius. 2. Venom. 3. Batman. 4. Dracula. 5. Bats. The answer is bats. These creatures have been called creepy, scary, and spooky. But bats are an important species that impact our daily lives in ways we might not even realize. Some have attributed bats to evil, demons, and dangerous creatures that go about sucking humans and animal blood. Far from it, fictional characters and movies have portrayed bats in a bad light. Bats are not demons of the night. They don't harm humans in any way. From pollinating our favorite fruits to eating pesky insects to inspiring medical marvels, bats are heroes of the night. There are over 1,400 species of bats worldwide. Bats can be found on nearly every part of the planet except in extreme deserts and polar regions. What species of bats feed on blood? Only 3 species of bats in the world feed on blood. We have the common vampire bats, the white-winged and hairy-legged vampire bats. And now, let's talk about the vampire bats. Unlike other species of bats, vampire bats can run, walk, and hop on all fours. While much of the world sleeps, vampire bats emerge from dark caves, mines, tree hollows, and abandoned buildings in Mexico and Central and South America. Vampire bats glide stealthily through the night air as they search for food. These small mammals drink the blood of other animals for survival. They feed on cows, pigs, horses, and birds. Vampire bats even occasionally bite humans for blood, but it's very rare. Rather than sucking blood like a vampire, these bats make a small cut with their teeth, then lap up the flowing blood with their tongues. The animals are so light and graceful that they can sometimes drink blood from an animal for more than 30 minutes without waking it up. The blood sucking doesn't even hurt their prey. Vampire bats have special adaptations to help them with the special way they feed. For instance, researchers discovered that the flying mammals can locate prey by sensing the sound of an animal breathing. These bats can even recognize the breathing patterns of one animal, like a cow, and return to feed from it night after night. Unlike other species of bats, vampire bats can walk, run, and jump, which helps them attach to their prey. They have very strong hind legs and a special thumb that helps them take off after feeding. Heat sensors on their noses help them find a good spot on an animal's body to feed, and strong hind legs and a special thumb help them take off after feeding. What happens if vampire bats don't get their nightly meal? If they can't find blood for 2 nights in a row, they'll die. But some vampire bats seem to be generous. Well-fed bats will often regurgitate or spit up blood to share with others in exchange for grooming. Captive female bats seem especially friendly toward new mothers after a baby is born. Other bats have been observed feeding the mom for about 2 weeks after the birth. Even though bat bites don't hurt, vampire bats can spread a disease called rabies. This can hurt farmers' livestock, especially cattle herds. However, vampire bats can actually be quite tame and even friendly to humans. One researcher reported that he had vampire bats that would come to him when he called their names. But you should never try to handle a wild animal. Vampire bats tend to live in colonies in almost completely dark places, such as caves, old wells, hollow trees, and buildings. These creatures are nocturnal and most active in the early night. Vampire bats roost alone, in small groups, or in colonies of thousands. Female vampire bats form associations with one another that can last for many years. Vampire bats are believed to be the only species of bats in the world to adopt another young bat if something happens to the bat's mother. They are very clean animals that frequently groom themselves as well as other bats. Vampire bats have such good eyesight that they may be able to see a cow from a distance of 130 meters. Owls, eagles, and hawks are some of the vampire bat's main predators. What have you learned so far about the vampire bats? Kindly leave your comments below. That concludes my video on vampire bats. Please, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. Share, like, and comment as well. If you're itching to learn more, kindly visit the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.